Yeah, we find her, that beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. So it goes out, the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give it the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes, I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us on your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty who's worth of a lady. It's nice, but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time within to go off an eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so tough. I felt this sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl, smiling eyes are killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl.
Body me LP, oh yeah,
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe, shaped like a Coke bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty, I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty, I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine, brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl, beautiful girl. Yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace of her presents and gifts, call me Santa. Claus, I make her heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me Aston Kutcher watch her. I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'm a go-getter. Since I'm a go-getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world. Anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine, brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found a beautiful girl.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Ladies and gentlemen of Prestige, welcome back. How na day? How's everyone doing? Everybody good? Everybody good? Welcome, Chinye. Welcome, D-Love. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. I will drop the link in a little bit. Welcome back. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome back. Do me a favor, as you're coming in, hit that like button. Okay? Hit that like button. Let's turn up. I have a few things to cover today. I'm going to do some analysis here and there. My numbers are not reflecting properly on my end. I don't know why, but anyway. Welcome back. Good to see you. Let me see who else is here. We have Lady Navora. We have Gorex. Shout out to you all. Thank you. I appreciate you. Welcome back. All right, good. Today we're talking about being and loving yourself is the flex. Being and loving yourself is the flex. Let's talk about that. But before we get into that, I have a few other topics I want to cover as well. Before I get into that, let's cover some housekeeping rules, shall we? Again, as you're coming in, hit that like button, share and subscribe. That will signal the algorithms that we're hanging out. Over here, Men of Prestige. Again, my name is Ola, coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. We'll cover trendy topics around relationships, anything that's relevant to relationships, power, seduction, attraction, emotional intelligence, patience, and love. If we have some time left, we'll cover marriage. But it doesn't matter anyway if you don't figure those other things out, right? And again, you can download my books. Those books you're looking at on the wall right by the light. You can download them absolutely for free at loveandprestige.com. And if you're interested in customized one-on-one coaching, you can book that at lolaandola.com/coaching. And don't forget to join the Prestige family inside of WhatsApp. That way you're guaranteed notification when I do go live. All right. And also, feel free to use this phone number. WhatsApp only. All right. So welcome back. Again, hit that like button on your way in. Welcome. I have a few things I want to cover today. And also, I'm going to do a breakdown analysis of that little write-up that Auntie B covered earlier on in the day. I'm going to do a line-by-line analysis of what that guy has to say about this contract marriage that modern people are fantasizing about. We're going to do that, So welcome. Hit that like button as you're coming in. Let me see, make sure I'm not missing anybody. Okay. D-Love says, Brola, what did they happen to the algorithm? How do we increase this engagement? We just got to hit that like button. Share, continue to share and share. That's just what it is. The way the algorithms work is that it's going to eventually find our core audience. Okay, there's some people that come here for the fun stuff only, and there's some people that come here for the real deal. Eventually to find our people and to enjoy sharing it. So we just got to keep our foot on the neck of the algorithms I keep doing that. Okay. All right. So yep. Welcome. All right. So the first thing I want to get into today, but before we get, you know, pardon my manners. If you're here right now, I want you to give yourself a round of applause. All right. So again, I want to cover this TIA MOWRY stuff. We covered it here a little while back, right? We did, right? We covered it a while back, and at that time, I think the last statement she made something around she graduated from a curriculum and all this kind of stuff. And I think this is very important that I cover this today because of the truth is that sometimes it's not within your control that a marriage ends. Sometimes it's just the curveball that life will throw you, or a relationship ends, right? And I continue to address things like this because, again, a relationship ending is really for real, not the end of life, right? It's not failure in life. It's the failure of the marriage, but it's not failure in life, right? And there's some aspect of that truth we have to face and deal with. And if we don't, we'll start to come up with all kind of crazy talking points, and it's only going to make things worse, So a couple of things I want to cover with regards to this point of view today. Shout out to Brother Patrick. Welcome. All right. A couple of things I want to cover today with regards to this. When a relationship ends, right? It's basically what this is about. Sometimes it just does, right? And what you do with that kind of crisis is everything, right? Because you have the rest of your life ahead of you, right? So it's very important. It's not about things not happening to you. It's about what do you do with them when they happen to you. That's the part that a lot of people are missing out. It's not about avoiding things to happen to you. It's not about avoiding pain. Listen, no pain, no gain. Is that new? That's not a new thing, right? You've been hearing that before forever, right? No pain, no gain, right? So I don't know why I know why, but hey, just pay attention to your surroundings. How many people have you noticed try to avoid pain and successfully avoid pain? All of us, last, we go collect. Okay, that's just what it. That's basically where growth lies. Okay, no pain, no gain. If you don't experience, the question is that how much pain though? Like Jesus, I don't want no pain. I get it. Okay, I understand. And listen, the earlier you're able to just acknowledge the simple truth of life, the less pain you're probably going to go through. Okay, but if you just want to continue to live in la la land, in fantasy land, and you can avoid this, you can do that. Oh my show, it can't work, But let's talk about TIA MOWRY. Who's TIA MOWRY? TIA MOWRY she's an actress. She was a child star with her twin sister, with her brother. She actually had a brother too. What was his name? I forgot his name now. But he was the star of the show called Smart Guy, something like that. So these were sitcom shows that we grew up on. They were teenagers just like myself in the 90s. I watched them as I became adult, and they became adults, and they're slightly older than me. But that's what we're talking about. Hit that like button if you're coming in. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. So what did she have to say? She said, "Being in love." I'm gonna play this really quickly, and then let's talk about it, right? I'm just gonna play this. She's been posting a lot of stuff. She's also, let's not forget, she's an entertainer. So she's entertaining too. She's just entertaining. She's trying to build her brand and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna take it too seriously. It's not that deep, right? But there's some truth to some of the things she's saying, and a lot of people say, and she is an influencer. And she's going to influence a lot of people, right? And there's upside and downside to the activity she's and I will talk about all of that, right? So let me play. All right, yeah. All right, here. She's just dancing. It's not that much of a big deal. Let's not make it a big deal. It's not that deep, right? Wait, who do I see here today? We see Ice Ice. Ice Ice made it here today. Welcome, Ice Ice. How now? How you day? Right? Yeah, Gomez says, I would like to say this first, Ola. If you can please read through the comments as the space will not take it all at once. Yes. Got you. She's letting me know up front. All right, so she's just dancing. She's having a good time. Is she having a good time? That's a question all for the gods, right? But I'm just going to assume she is having a good time. Really? I'm not sure. Well, she just went through a divorce. So I'm sure she has her moments. She's trying to showcase that you can absolutely have a good time. Maybe if you're going through stuff like that. And it's true. You can have a good time. Okay? You can perform. You can engage in some activities to at least take your mind off of the demise of the marriage. Okay? Because honestly, what's the flip side of it? Hang out in the corner in your house and be crying all day. I know you're going to cry anyway. Okay? No matter who served the breakfast, it doesn't matter. You're going to cry anyway. So if you can at least find some space in yourself to have a good time, have some fun, and try to get your groove back. It's like, why not? But we're going to talk about it all together. Let me see what Gomez says. As much as I know nothing about this couple outside what the media reports, I'm yet to understand in what context irreconcilable differences exist. Does a couple just give up working on their... Oh yeah, if you've been through marriage before, you know that irreconcilable differences is a real thing. Okay, it can show up in like 2,000 different ways. Okay, and they're usually not things you can pen on a paper. At least the courts of law don't have time for your BS, right? So they don't have time to be peeling through all the emotions that resulted in the person saying they're not happy. So when people say people just randomly say they're not happy, that's not true either, okay? There's a lot there, and the court is not compensated to be peeling through that stuff. The therapists, the counselors are paid for that kind of stuff. The courts just want to collect the money, right? And help you mediate, and so you can go your way so they can take care of the next person. Basically, they're just there to put some structure in society, not necessarily in your family. They don't owe you that. Okay? Does a couple just give up working on their marriage and growing together over arguments and differences that can be mutually resolved? That's a key word there, mutually. And the honest truth about life, the toughest part about these things is that the mutual thing is not realistic. It's usually one person choosing to take the hopper, what do you call it? The hopper road, right? Is that what they call it? How do they say that? Be the bigger person, at least temporarily, before the other person gravitates towards the dance. It's usually one person leading the dance, right? Before the other person says, okay, there's a rhythm going on here. I think I'm feeling safer again. I'm feeling secured again. And then they can, and that's a very difficult thing to do when you have your own feelings and you're caught up in your own emotions, right? Everyone is engaged in unrealistic expectations, in their own pride, in their own emotions. They're caught up in their own emotions. So it's a very difficult thing for you to say, you know what, I'm going to put my feelings on the side and try to engage this person. At this point, you start to feel like this person is this person. This is not the person you fell in love with. You start to reference them as this person. You're even afraid of calling their name because they're acting like the person that you never really knew. All right? The person that collect the most, I'm willing to bet on this side, is a man who is trying to save his marriage. Okay? It's a very difficult thing to go through, right? Okay, my bad. Women as well, okay? Right? But it's a difficult thing. So there's this looking for this mutual thing, right? Looking for this mutual resolve, right? And there's this active, but you're fighting your own pride, and then you're fighting the idea that you have to go the higher road, right? Did I say that right? I feel like something is off the way I'm saying it. But basically, be the bigger person. You're like, this is cheating. Like, that's not fair, right? You know how people is always engaged. That's not fair, right? And you're saying that's not fair, but you say, why do I have to be the one to take the higher road all the time, right? So this mutual thing, this mutual fantasy that we tend to talk about, where everybody just come together, it almost doesn't exist, right? It feels like it exists once you're on the other side, and if you manage to humble yourself and take the higher route, right? And then you're on the other side, the other person's now gravitated and you're now working together. It to feel like it was mutual. They might think it's mutual, but they don't realize that you had to lower your expectations, manage your expectations, manage your pride. They don't really realize that. And if you say you have to, they might even argue with you like, no, we did this together. It's very, very tricky, you know? Mutually resolve and just throw in the towel. Could it be for selfish reasons? Could it be brokenness and need for healing? Is all of the above, is all inside of pride. Welcome, Ice. Right? Gomez says, we don't know. Let me just put her on the side so you can see my face. Ojulo Rowa. We don't really know it all. It can also be difficult if the man doesn't know how to take the lead. Yeah. Usually the man, if your man is going through this for the first time, he definitely doesn't know what he doesn't know. I don't care how much premarital counseling he went through, okay? If he's been here on Men of Prestige, he probably knows a little bit better than what they teach them in most premarital counseling, okay? But you just don't know what you don't know, right? It's a very, very difficult, it's an extremely difficult thing. You have to, like, first of all, drag yourself and your partner through the mud before you start to, like, okay, obviously I didn't know anything. Before you start to calm down, you're forced into humility, right? Especially you as a man, you're supposed to be the leader, right? And somebody's not telling you to tone down, like, tone it down, like, and you say, but I'm the leader. Why can't she just listen to me? Because it's not landing right now, right? So relax, calm down. It's actually easier than you think, right? It's when you've always believed that you're the leader, you're supposed to be. It's a very, very hard thing to just, because that's like somebody telling you you're crazy. You know how that feel, ladies, when somebody's telling you otherwise and you're like, are you trying to act like I'm crazy, right? That's like almost how it feels on the other side. Like, I'm not, like, no, she's supposed to be the wife, not the other way around. I don't abuse her. I'm very respectful of her. How did they get into this space where she's absolutely disrespectful? You have all the questions. Everything that you've ever believed in will be tested, right? She said, on the other hand, if there is abuse of any kind, it's best to put on your life vest first. Yeah. The same thing I'm telling the guy. Relax. You don't see what you don't see. Your method of communication, no matter how perfect you think it was when you were in school, when you were debating, when you talk to your friends, it's not working right now. Results. Pay attention to your results. Right? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Thank you. Yeah. I still can't believe she divorced. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. She's having a good time. At least she's trying to show us she's having a good time. But I want to talk about this talking points. Being and loving yourself is the flex. Let me just see what you all are talking about first. She's pretty, of course she's pretty. Helping others because a sinking ship drowns. Okay, so this is continuation, right? Before helping, she said she's going to tell me up front, but trust me. My brain is moving very fast as we're doing the show, right? Because a sinking ship drowns everyone going the wrong way. That's a good point, because that's why humility has to play a big role in this. Even though you feel like you know what you're talking about, it's an extremely good chance you don't. Because you're caught up in your emotions too. It doesn't matter if you're the man or the woman, right? It's a very tough call. Listen, I'm asking you to turn off your emotions so that you can realize, actually that's impossible too. The closest we can get to that is awareness, self-awareness. Just realizing, admitting, I'm human like everybody else. I am human, and let me calm down. Let me go and take a shower and sleep. right? It's a very difficult thing, but it's doable, especially when you're aware that if you just, I'm human like everybody else, right? What's everybody just wants to lean on their own understanding, and that one ends on them what all the time, right? My naughty mind would say too much money sometimes creates unhappy people. Yes, this is true. This is true. As I said, saw your Valentine thing was nice. Wifey, no here. I know. She gives me, yeah. She know they agree. But iron sharpens iron, right? This not high school love, oh, no formula, but early love and marriage most times can't stand the storm. Listen, with the environment we're in right now, listen, the social media is not helping either, right? Everybody is divorcing, everybody is normalizing it. They're saying it's okay when actually it's not really okay. Sometimes it's actually okay. Sometimes it's better, like Gomez just said, to just put your own vest on first, at least, even if it's temporary. So there's confusion everywhere, But that's why this is more of an art than it's an exact science. So we have to keep talking so that eventually, take the high road, right? May God help me. Oyibo. This pained me because people admire their love. Now see. Yeah. So you have to engage your own school of thoughts, right? What's up, Raheem? What's up, Adewale? How are you doing, my brother? How are you doing, right? I just don't like how people are taking sides on the divorce. Although these people are where in the TV screens, they are strangers. You don't know what happened. We can't take sides ever, right? Unless it's outright evidence, like, look at the people that took side with the Johnny Depp and what's her name? Amber's, right? Or if you took side before, that fell in the poto very quickly, right? Yeah, we can't take sides. Why? There's too many layers to it. And we're dealing with emotional matters. That part that most people don't want to talk about. People should just be adults. Go need to more. Goes doesn't have meaning. Right? I have not seen the guy since their divorce because his focus is doing the right thing. He's focused on work, right? Now, what she's doing is what I would expect most women nowadays, modern women. This is what they do. When they go through this type of situation, they engage what they call finding yourself. I am finding myself again. What does that look like to them? Fun, 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 girls trip. But when people see this on the internet, when they see it on social media, what do? They assume this is her whole life. The truth is that she got 2 babies. She got 2 children she has to look after. Oh, by the way, there's a 3rd baby still. That guy is still in the picture. Okay? You think they're just going to break off just like that easy? No, it's not that simple. So whatever you're looking at on the screen right now, be careful. Take it with a pinch of salt. Okay? You don't know what you don't know. Adewale for president, of course. There was a video where he was subduing her doing an interview. Was shocked because that was a one moment. We talked about that here a month ago. We can't use one moment. Listen, there's probably there's probably a moment that you probably never see on video where you will see me interact with my wife that you're like, he's like that, and you take that one moment and you're like, we can't use any one moment. Or you see how my wife interacted with me and you're like, oh, that's not the picture I pictured in my head. I'm so disappointed. End up, he go shock you. Oh, Lord.
He shock you.
Yeah, we don't know what we don't know, like Adewale said, right? But that's one moment. There's no one moment. If it's but the reason why I played that video when we first covered that here is because if you do enough of this, yes, you can lose your partner. Yes, you can lose your husband. Yes, you can lose your wife. If you do enough of it, right? It's true, right? But there's no one single moment that makes up anybody's fate when it comes to these things, right? And they had challenges to get that second baby. Life happened to Tia. Shout out to Isabel. Welcome, Isabel. Oyibo language no be my mate oh. Boro. Yep. She will be just fine. Absolutely, I agree with that. I'm very tired of these finding myself self-love videos. It's most likely a mask. Adewale, say I'm quietly. Ladies love their finding their self-discovery thingy. Most of the time, I say poto the end up because you must do the work. There is no masking that will exonerate you from doing the work. You have to do the work. I'm gonna read this one last comment. Then I want to drop the link and I'll talk about the title topic. Gomez says, these days, many talk about self-care, self-love without a deeper understanding of what it entails. They say a word thrown around and everyone wants to be in the bandwagon. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. That's where we are right now. The talking points. Hit that like button. The talking point. So the title, Being and Loving. Let me just go ahead and drop the link. We got a couple of other topics to cover. Okay. The being in love and being yourself. Okay, let's talk about that. I want to talk about that, right? Just in case you want to come in and put your opinion out there, I'm going to drop the link right now. But we've got a couple more other things to cover. Okay. And then we'll take it from there. Being yourself. Those are two different things. What did she say? Being yourself. Loving yourself. Right? The truth is that it's a real thing. And sometimes it's necessary to do that. Before you can even think straight to be able to fix anything. In fact, gentlemen, sometimes I'm going to advise you, find yourself. You ended up in a funk. You've been doing this duty responsibility. You're trying to be a husband. You're trying to be there for the family so much that your drawers are smelling. Okay. She doesn't feel attracted to you for as long as 2, 3, 4, 5 years right now. And you're asking like, how does that work? I know it's not fair, right? But this is real life. Okay. This is real life. It can happen like that. You've lost yourself. You're predictable. You lie down on that same couch every time you come back home. And you've been doing it for 3 years and you haven't realized, you haven't paid attention. That is not where it needs to be. In fact, you've been saying things like, this is a marriage. What else are we looking for? There are people out there looking for a marriage like ours. People admire us and you're like, it shock you. Right? You're like, how did they end up here?
It shock you.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Gomez says, Ola, you talked about finding yourself sometime. Yeah, we did some few days ago. It's deeper than the talking point. And I've covered that. I think we might have a short clip of that coming up, But that's what TIA is doing right now. She's finding herself. You could go follow her. You'll see tons and tons of videos like this. Okay. Happy freaking Valentine's Day, right? She's giving herself the Valentine. It says point of view, POV. Just being and loving yourself is the flex. Okay. What do y'all think about this? Just being and loving yourself is the flex. What do you think about this? Let's be honest.
Stop the cap.
Okay. Let me help her. I'm going to help her. Not really. I want to help you. Just in case you find yourself in a position you have to repeat this talking point. Just being and loving yourself is a flex. It's not the flex. Okay? Not on Valentine's Day. Okay?
Stop the cap.
Yeah. Listen. Happy Valentine's to all the beautiful ladies that were here hanging out with us 2 days ago. While we're doing that session, happy Valentine's to you. Let me say it to you. Okay? Listen, I'm sure there are so many other people in your life, not necessarily romantic people in your life, that can say happy Valentine's to you. But this one, what should they do here? Stop
the cap.
Now, cap, but it's not a crime, Sha. It's not a crime, oh. Eh? It's not a crime. It's okay. All right. But I just felt like I needed to spell this out that it's not the flex. It is a flex. I think it's a good thing that you're able to be yourself and love yourself. I think everything starts from there, but it doesn't end there. Okay. Why? Because I know as human beings, right? Human beings are your mates. You have basic needs now, right? We all have basic needs: certainty, variety, significance, connection, right? Significance to who? To yourself. I be saying you want to whine me, ni. This is significance in the eyes of other people now. But listen, sometimes, not sometimes, many a times we end up in this space where we're seeking validation on the outside. And then you become this needy person and then you lose yourself. It happens all the time inside of marriage, right? So, Ola, which one? You're on the fence. Which one? I'm saying stop the cap to myself.
Stop the cap.
It's very important to understand this at a deeper level, Sha. Okay? Because a lot of people are looking at Tia right now and they're trying to copy. And they're like, me too. Let me go on the internet and start dancing with my butt naked. And this is not really who you are. When you finish dancing butt naked, you're wondering who is looking at me like I'm crazy right now. They knew this was never really me. Why am I suddenly dancing with my patalason on the internet? That's not who I am. This is not who I am. Yeah, shout out to our newest moderator, Chinye. All right. Is it being in the moment she means? No. She's talking about loving yourself. I think she means well. I don't think she's wrong, right? I'm just saying, after all of this showcasing and showing this to the public, I hope you're doing the work behind the scenes so that this becomes true in real life. That's all I'm saying. Okay? So that this becomes a real life thing. This needs to become a real life thing for you. It can't just be a mask. Okay? You will end up resenting yourself. What does that look like? Resenting yourself. You ask, right? What does that look like? Resenting yourself. You try to be this person that you are not. Right? Because why? You saw some of your favorite celebrities. Let me tell you something. She has money. She might just call somebody over with, you know all those people with the mobile massage people, right? Masseuse people, right? And they make her feel better. She watches a TV show, also like that. Yes. Maybe call a few strippers over. Is that really who you are as a person? You want to compare yourself to her? Is that who you is? If it was never you, there's a good chance that you will finish doing this. You will feel like you will still feel like crap after that. That's all I'm trying to say. Very, very important to take note of this. All right. Tato, good to see you, Tato. I don't think I've seen you in a while. Who is being tortured behind the camera? We didn't say that though. We don't know that. But sometimes people are going through worse behind the camera. Right? But I see what you're talking about. Tato, I think Tato might have been here earlier on when I used to say, wait, who is behind the camera? Right? Who is behind? See, when you're looking at this, an average person, you're looking at this on your Instagram, the last thing you're thinking about is like, wait, this was staged. Right? She had to dress up. She had to put the hair on. She had to do the makeup. She had to be on flick, right? To make this look a certain way. And she probably looked at it, swiping up and down multiple times. See, I'm talking to you live. There's probably a 2 seconds latency here. I'm just being myself right now, right? But when she was trying to post this is not live. She swiped, look at multiple versions of those pictures. How many of you know what it takes to put together a very nice collage of reel, short, a TikTok video, right? To make it look so perfect, right? What kind of work goes into that? What if we redirect the focus of all that energy towards our relationship? Is it possible that we make things better? Right? Which one do you think has a longer term gratification? Reels, shorts, and TikTok, or working on your relationship? Even if you never come back to that marriage. I'm talking about a relationship with your baby father, right? Meaning if you work on it, there's a chance, actually, there's an extremely good chance that that marriage will come back. But even if it doesn't, because it doesn't have to come back, right? You will have a better experience at life. Like, which one do you think has a longer term gratification? Which one do you think has a short term? After you post it now, you get all your likes. How many people have liked this video? I wonder. I don't know if 321,000 likes. Validations. I've validated all the work that went into this reel. Right? How much shots of dopamine happened here? Right? To make her just feel good, just for another good day, Okay, never mind her. I'm not going to assume that she's not doing well. I'm talking about you on the other side that you're watching this and you're like, I want to be like this too. Right? And you're watching this and I want to be like this too. Little did you realize that it's going to take a lot of work. You have to torture some let me stop using that word. You have to put somebody on behind the camera to film all of this. Okay, let's stop the cap. Let's slow down a little bit, right?
Stop the cap.
All it takes is a tripod stand. She could use a tripod stand for this, right? But what about sitting down on that phone and tapping and just, all of that, right? You're like, oh, okay, we know, we get it. But seriously, the least of it is what I'm saying right now. The actual work that goes behind the scenes to make this one, to create 321,000 validations from strangers on the internet. People that don't care. They actually don't care. Right? They don't care.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, still don't care. I don't care, I don't care.
These people don't care for the most part. Okay? But they keep on coming back. Stephanie says, what is wrong with me? I fully expected Tia to stay committed to those heels and walk out the pool in them. Tia's first single, Valentine's Day, and she's showing out. And then she's eating that. What is that? What kind of berry is that? She's chopping some kind of fruit. Right? She's showing you that you can be all bad by yourself. You can do like that. You can do all bad by yourself, right? That's the whole point of this, right? You're really out here doing too much. Shake my... Oh, she has some haters. Are we haters? Right? I wouldn't put a hating comment on here. I wouldn't. I would do a whole live show just to show you the reality of this kind of things, right? She's so dope without Corey. Of course, them they there, right? She's so dope without Corey, I swear. He was only holding her back from her true self. We love you, Tia. See how this person they talk right now, right? You think she cares? I'm just asking. I'm not being sarcastic. I really want to know if you think she cares. I really want to know.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, still don't care. I don't care, I don't care.
Heike doing too much. You got kids. Have some respect. I don't think she's disrespecting anybody. Of course, people have a say. They go overboard too, right? But this is what you get on the internet. Forget all the comments. She got 321,000 likes. Listen, if it was you and you posted just one small picture and you got 321,000 likes, emotions not your mate. You don't think you will feel like, oh, I feel special? Listen, even men, you will feel a little special. Let's be honest. Hit that like button. Let me make sure we're not low on likes right now. Hit that like button. Validate my feelings. God damn it right now. We're missing 2 likes. Hit that like button. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's real. It's real. Social media is like the weather. It's environmental factor. Okay? The call-in link is linked to the top, by the way. It's linked to the top, okay, of the chat. This is real. This is real. I'm telling you. This is, as in real. This is a whole real. She shot one in the hallway. What you're looking at is in the hallway, right? She came out to the, wherever this, what do you call this spot right here of the house, right? Like a little porch area in the back. She's dancing, right? I'm not going to play the music because I don't want anybody flagging this video, right? And she's chopping strawberry by herself. Like, who marriage help? Did you see the thumbnail? Who marriage help? Marriage bitibawo. Who that one help? Right? Who that one help? Well, who needs marriage? Who needs marriage when I have myself? I can do bad or I can be and love on myself. That is the flex. Listen, would you rather nurture your relationship? Your relationship, you have a little hiccup. Not little. In fact, nobody can claim that your hiccup is little. Okay? Because not only you, they feel how they take you, right? When you're inside that funky, I don't want to call it abusive, but you know it's funky. You can't stand him. You can't stand her right now. But you know that this person has your back. But they are misbehaving right now. But that's the father of my 3 kids. That's the mother of my 5 kids, right? Let me go and do accounting. Let me go and count my blessings. Have you counted your blessings? Would you rather go and count your blessings right now? I'm just asking. I don't know your situation. You might be in a very abusive situation. I don't know, right? But would you rather first of all, go and count your blessings right now? Would you rather go and count your blessings right now or be like TIA? Next Valentine's, you want to show the world that you can do bad all by yourself. Listen, I don't know your situation. I can't judge TIA. I swear to God. I mean that. We can't judge her. Okay? But one thing I know for a fact is that when we tell people nurture your relationships, in your last show, you can't do it bad all by yourself. That's cap. You can't.
Stop the cap.
At some point, you're going to crave basic human needs. Connection. At some point, it's going to get real. Not Instagram reels, but real. Right? Does that mean you should stay in your situation? No. It doesn't mean you should stay in your situation. I'm just saying, have you assessed the situation? Abi, you are allowing people on the internet to project their situation on you and you're ready to throw in the towel at the slightest sight of what looks like another person's, like Tia's story. Are you sure that's what you want? You just want to make sure, listen, make sure that's what you want. That's the gist. Right? Just make sure that's what. Would you rather count your blessings? Listen, this doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be your husband. We could be talking about your child. Some of you are going to have a 21-year-old child, and then you can't see eye to eye, and then you mess around and you're not talking to your child for the next 3 years because olagidi, because you are stubborn. Because all you can see is how bad of a child she got pregnant. Teenage years. So now you lost yourself You're like, I'm so disappointed. You're so connected to your number 3, significance. What it looks like on the other side, on the outside. And you disengage your child. You couldn't find yourself saying, damn, I'm disappointed, but you're my child. How can I help? Make these things easier. Because listen, you go collect. You got pregnant. Pregnant? Hey, Fuka.
Funke!
You collect, but I'm going to be here for you. Some of you you're a mother, but you don't know where to just humility. Your pride. You're stuck on your obsession with significance. It's that my own child got pregnant. Me, a child of a principal. And now you're collecting and you're like, no, she should be punished. She needs to be shamed. Really? Are you afraid of shame? Is that what the real issues are? Have you counted your blessings? Would you rather next Valentine's try to tell 300,000 people that you are actually happy? Let me eat strawberry by myself. Right? Seeking validation on the outside. Would you rather? I'm just asking. It's just a question. Let me see what you all are talking about. She thinks she cares actually, but will go back to her own real life in 2 seconds. That madam, right? Oh, she's so dope with alcohol. The father of her children that she was with for 14 years. You think you can replace him? Really? Sure, you want the wine meanie? This is what's going on the internet. Just so you know. People in echo chambers soothing their feelings, connecting with each other, trauma bonding with each other, and not going for the actual help that they need. That's what's going on. Listen, am I going to judge Tia? No, she's doing her thing. She's not responsible for you doing your work. She's doing her own thing. She could be doing what her therapy told her to do, by the way. I don't know that. It's you that you're watching this kind of people that I'm talking to. Are you sure this is the life you want? You don't know her like that. You don't know the behind the scenes, right? She could be paying somebody 6 figures to do the real. She just has to show up and look good and feel good. That also exists too, right? But here you are, you're trying to find yourself and you're hanging out on Instagram for 2 hours trying to figure out how Tia did it. Oh my shield. This is the reality for most women that try to copy Tia. They cry themselves to sleep. Be careful what you do with social media, what you're watching. Just watch it. Take it with a grain of salt. Be entertained. Including myself, what I'm doing right here. Be entertained. If you gain something, let me know in the chat, in the comment. Give it thumbs up, all that. I am glad I was able to help. But be careful what you're copying. What you don't know me like that. You don't know what you don't know. Have you met me in person before? Maybe a few of you. I don't know. Some people may be watching quietly. But for the most part, nobody that knows me personally is here. At least they don't say anything. I think I know of 1 or 2 people. Yeah. Absolutely. I love the name Tato. I think Tato is South Africa. Yes. Shout out to Tato. Body no be wood at some point. True. Listen, there's nothing wrong with if you know it's a process. As long as you understand it's a process, that this is not the healing. I just need to find myself. Let me show out. Let me wear my pata on Instagram and just hang out and just if you want to knock yourself out, do you? I can't judge you. As long as you understand that this is the beginning of the process. This is not where the healing lives. The healing comes from inside out. There's no therapy that's going to give you healing. They will help you extract it out from the inside. Okay? If there's any therapy that's showing you a book and said this is the healing, they're lying. It's inside. Okay? Don't go into marriage defensively, it will backfire. I no go agree attitude. That's a fact. That's probably a topic we should cover at some point. A lot of people go into marriage they have their guards up watching people like this. Yeah, call it work. Call it work. Call it work. I'm sorry. I know you've been hearing something else on other platforms before. Yeah, girl power. Yeah, we don't need this woman. Hey, you go collect. You will end up
in McDonald's.
very quickly. Hey, cool mama. Good to see you. Good to see you. That's one of the ways she makes money, though. Yeah, we said that earlier. Welcome to you, Adebusola. Shout out to you. We said that earlier. She could be paid. She could afford to pay 6 figures for someone to be doing this. She just has to show up and feel good, right? The point of this lesson is, yeah, emotions no be your mate. She's triggering your emotions. You're getting entertained. Don't copy her if that's not really who you are. If that's who you are, knock yourself out. But understand that it's only the beginning of the process. You have to go through healing. You have to actually do the work. If you come out of a 14-year-old marriage, either you're the husband, 14 years marriage, either you're the husband or the wife, it doesn't matter who served the hottest breakfasts. You have to go through the healing. You have to go through the process. You have to take your time. Okay? And talking points like, oh, we graduated from a 14-year curriculum. It was not all that. Doesn't all that. You just collect.
You collect.
Okay? You're just pushing. You're pushing your suffering till later. It will only get worse. It will only get worse. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful what you decide to engage on the internet. Okay? Everything you need to succeed is inside of you. Anything outside of you, maybe with your partner. The best teacher for your relationship is your partner, not with their words. They're probably using their words wrongly. They're probably caught up in their emotions, right? But the person that's going to teach you how you can serve the other person so that they can reciprocate, right, is that person. You might need the help of a professional to help you extract those things, but it's still that person that will teach you. Okay? Stop asking all over the internet. Stop asking books for exact science answers. They don't exist. They just don't. The person that has the answers right now for Tia is Corey. You're still going to have to sit down, have a conversation. The guy came out and said, I love my wife after the announcement. Now, he slowed down on that, which I think he should slow down on that. Because again, he needs his self-respect. Because that's the only way she can mimic it. She obviously lost respect for him. So you can't be begging on the internet. Like, go back home. Okay? There's no need to say my wife when she clearly said it's over. If she's over, you need to agree with that and let her know that if she changes her mind, you can listen. If you're still available. Right? But that's conversation for another day. What's the point here? Okay, before we go into the next story. Being and loving yourself can be a flex. Okay, it's one of the flex. It's the first flex. There are many. Let's not cap. There are many flex after that. You know this. You know that you need connection. You know that you still need significance. You just don't want it to be crossing the line of seeking public validation. Right? It's a very dangerous game to play. Because it's not sustainable. Right? The only validation that's sustainable is the one that comes from inside out. Self-confidence, the one that comes from building yourself, working on yourself, continue to engage yourself. Self-love, the real one, not the one you have to tell 300,000 people. The one that's playing out in real life. Like while you're on your way driving work and you're like, when you're driving, you're just feeling good. You just know that the people that are in your life, you love them, they love you. Things are good, not perfect. Things are good enough for you to build on top of it, right? Not perfect. They coexist. If you're looking for that perfect thing, I'll collect it. I'm telling you, it's about appreciating what you've got right now and learning, like untabani langbila ruge, Learning that what you've got right now is exactly what God wants you to have, and He's expecting you to look at it and build on top of it. Sometimes that means letting it go. Don't get it twisted. Okay? Sometimes that actually means letting it go. Does that make sense? Shout out to Rebecca. What I notice about those people is they get tired of relationship easily. Yeah, it's everywhere now because the internet. All right? The internet tells you like the grass is green on the other side. The internet is spreading cancer. The grass is greener on the other side. Okay? That's what's going on right now. All right? Hit that like button. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. All right? Thank you for those that hit the like button earlier. You can see this, that we doubled the numbers of people getting this lesson. Shout out to you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll be right back. Let's move on to the next story today. All right. Shout out to Auntie B. Auntie B did a session earlier. Can I rent your womb? I was on the show. How many people were on there with me? I was on that show. It's always a pleasure to hang out with Auntie B on Obodo Fam and with the Obodo Fam. It's always a pleasure. I try to steal the opportunity when I do have a little room. And she's always gracious to allow me to shine. And shout out to all the Prestige family that's always in there. Thank you. I see your support all the time. But yeah, can I rent your womb? Hey, Jesus. Imbolatu Jasi. Oh, hey.
Hey! Me, me, by me. Apostle, we hear of this.
Apostle, we hear of this. So I gave the shorter version of what I really wanted to say, which is these people are delusional. They're everywhere. Men, women, they're everywhere. They're creating exact science type of solutions, pragmatic, 1 equals to 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. And they're basically neglecting the biggest variable of it all, emotions. Emotion are your mates. That's the biggest variable of everything. It's not even only romantic relationships. Every type of human endeavors, activity is driven, all of them are driven by emotions, including the stock market. They're all driven by emotions, right? When it's recorded as data, it's too late at that point in time. You can look at it for educational purposes, but if you disconnect from real-time ability to respond to crisis, you just collect. Collect work. It cannot work. Collect work. So I wanted to assess this line by line. Tato says the energy it takes to think about the next content to maintain the social media illusion, it's a lot. 1/10 of that will build a fantastic relationship. Not just one, all your relationships will feel it. If you put 1/10 of that type of energy into your relationships. Okay? It's crazy. Yes, Auntie Gore says she was there. Everyone was there, right? Yeah. I was glad to hear you speak as I was hoping that you would come into the studio. Thank you, Jared Chinye. But there was a lot in it. I was like, you know what? There's more to this. Let's do it line by line at the Prestige Hour today. So I'll kind of push some things behind a little bit too. All right. So I'm just going to read and we'll analyze line by line. I want a partner. This delusional brother says, I want a partner. no kerewa, no love talks, and no I love you and all that romantic talk. This line right here, listen, there are two possibilities, okay? It's a robot, it's GTP chat, AI, raised to power Pro Max, and it's not a human, it's just a robot looking to create human kids, okay? What do we know, right? That's not true, right? This is a human being who is actively trying to avoid emotional pain, okay? And now this type of people, they came from two places. They're either emotionally damaged or they're actively trying to avoid what they've been internalizing from the internet. They've seen so many stories of people that have chopped breakfast left and right. So they're like, that will never be me. I will avoid it. In fact, there was one brother in the chat. I'm hoping that one day we'll call into either here or over there so we can have a conversation. Larry. How many people remember Larry? Right? He said he will prove me wrong. I said, I'll wait. I'm patient. I've been telling them for 2-3 years. I'm patient. I'll be here. They always come back and tell their full story. Usually it's because they've gone through something. Okay? They give themselves up. It's only a matter of time. Okay? The other part of it is sometimes they crave, they want a woman to fall in love with them, but they're like, no, I'm alpha. Alpha and your mate.
Continue.
No, I'm alpha. I'm alpha. I don't need no woman. Right? And that talking point is struggling with the face. There's a disconnect. You need to tell your face that you don't need a woman. It's not working. They're disagreeing. Your face is telling me. But anyway, let's continue. So no love and no I love you and all that romantic talk. Just agree to get married. Just agreement. Contract. He's looking for just a contract. Marriage. It doesn't exist. Okay? Yes, you sign a contract. The ones I've seen, the one I signed is a license. It's a marriage license that you can show to the world like, yes, me and this person were married so that we can take advantage of all the benefits that comes with that the state gives you, taxes, many other opportunities. We covered that here the other time. I think we were 7 to 10 of them of purpose, 7 purposes of marriage. Actually, we can review that really quickly, right? 7 purposes of marriage is on the screen: romance, companionship, family and legacy, multiplying and nation building, legal, life hack, as in legally, right? Significance and recognition, personal growth. These things, right? It's not just the life legal hack. If that's all you're looking for, that's what he's trying to claim he's looking for, right? But let's keep going. Let's see how delusional he is, right? Just agree to get married. We have kids, either kerewa or artificial insemination. The kids must not know of our arrangement. I'll be a good father. If this is your mindset, you're literally incapable of being a good father. Literally. Okay? Because of this mindset. Because those kids you're going to have, how do you think you're going to relate with them? Paper? Contract? You know you're going to have to emotionally engage them, right? You know sometimes they will check you. They will test your authority, right? How are you going to react? You're going to pull out the paper contract? Right? You're literally, there's no better way to tell me you're incapable of being a father if this is your mindset. It's going to take me a lot to have to explain that right now. But listen, all your relationships will require emotional intelligence, not just romantic relationships. Okay? I'll be a good father and a good partner. No. We've talked about the partnership thing here, right? Partnership is default. You don't have to work on that. You're partnered anyway. The part you have to work on is putting structures into that relationship. The leadership, the followership in different departments of the lifestyle that you guys are trying to build together, and overall having some structure in the midst of the chaos, the chaotic nature of emotions. All of that is going to be tested, right? But you want to be a good partner. That's bare minimum. OJB. You want to be a good partner, like you better be. That's the bare minimum, right? It's irrelevant to what you're asking for. We don't do kerewa unless we agree. So you still want to benefit from kerewa. It's basically leaving a little room, like saying, I'm open I'm open. Just in case you want to do Kerewa, I'm a little bit open. This guy no know nothing. Come on, anything. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. I'll be kind to you. Did you know that that's just one of the elements of love, right? Love is kind, right? You know, if you lead with that, it actually makes everything else easier, right? If you're kind, you'll be patient, right? It's not boastful, right? Let's keep going. I'll be kind to you, and our children will have the best life. You can have your lover. I don't care. He cares. He cares, right? He's trying to tell himself he doesn't care, right? But he cares.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, still don't care. I don't care, I don't. I don't care.
The kids must not know. It's a breach of contract if they know. So, let me guess. You're going to have a whole lifetime of this life covenant type relationships. Covenant, not contract. Covenant relationship, but you're going to attempt to keep a secret. How do you think that's going to work out? I'm asking. What do you think? You actually think you're going to drive a lifestyle that's driven by a covenant, meaning life. The term is life. It's not just your typical contract because you exchange $20. It's a lifetime covenant, right? And you're going to attempt to keep secrets in that. How do you think that's going to work out? I'm asking. It's not going to work because there's confusion, okay? It's a breach of contract if they know. You want to keep a secret. You want to start this by keeping a secret with the kids that are not even here yet, right? How many people do you know they are adopted? When they are adopted, they don't tell them. How do you think that plays out when you don't tell them at certain point in their growth? How do you think that's going to play out? You're going to literally make those children get to a point, find out something, and then they will find out that it's all been a lie. How do you think they're going to move through life? See, it's already, your ability to be a good father is already being tested, and you're in the water right now already. It's not working. Already. Kerewa is excluded, but if we agree, he wants to leave the doors open, Weary. He wants to leave the doors open. You
think so they're wise?
Hey! Yeah.
You are a mumu man.
Let's continue. Kerewa is excluded, but if we agree, then after we'd have to get tested. Again, remember, he's trying to bring everything down to exact science. This is an attempt that has failed. He's trying to bring it down to, the modern people are like that. They're looking for, it's a microwave generation. They're looking for quick answer. They don't want to go through process. They want marriage, but they don't want to go through the process. They want love, romantic, all that kind of stuff, but they don't want the process, right? They want a lifetime of, everybody's happy after 35 years. But they don't want the stupid honeymoon stuff in the first 2 years to break down so they can build a foundation. They're shocked when that happens. Like, why is this tough? Go ask your parents. Did that good marriage fall out of the skies? Anyway. Then after we get tested and agree on when to begin. To begin Kerewa Oloshi. To begin, because I do not want to be involved, Kerewali, with people, hence you'd have to stick to having it with me. And if you want to go with your lovers, then we're not having Kerewa at all. Big cap. And I continue, I want you to be happy and sane. I won't cage you. So let's process this. Let's process this together. You put somebody under a stupid contract for a lifetime, but they don't feel caged, right? They have this secret that's boiling inside of them. They can't tell their own children, but they are not caged. Is this not madness? Is this not madness? Anyway, I want you to be happy and sane. I won't cage you. However, you must be a good mother. He's giving rules. You must be a good mother. If you want it to be, how can you be a good mother and keep secret from your children? Can anybody help me with this? How can you be a good mother and keep this magnitude of secrets from your children?
Will you keep quiet?
Is that possible? Oh, this is all about, you always taught us about selective honesty. Really? You're going to take me out of context too. Anyway, let's continue. However, you must be a good mother. If you want to be a paid partnership, you gotta be YouTube, a paid partnership, then that's fine. We're never doing divorce. Okay, I'm not going to cage you, but we're never doing divorce. You see, Jesus Christ. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. We're never doing divorce. However, if you decide you want out, then the door is open. Confusion. Confusion.
Juju be that.
Right? Baba confusion. The kids must, let me see if I can scroll to the next one. Okay, I found it. Wait. Where's the next one? I'm just scrolling to Auntie B's video. That's how I'm finding it. The kids must... Okay. From having a... I guess... Is that the next here? Let me see. I'm trying to make sure... Paid mother, paid travels. Okay. Let me find it. I'll find it. Just trying to find the next page here. The kids must... Okay, let me just play it. There you go. Okay, let's just start from here. You'll be paid to be a mother and paid travels and vacation. We live in Canada. This whole marriage is a fraud, by the way. It's a fraud, right? And the state knows that marriages are supposed to be romantic relationships. That's why they don't get into your business too much when you go to family court. That's why men are crying wolf that it's not fair, okay? Because at some point, they only care about the kids. Actually, they only care about the kids, bottom line, okay? And if that means that things are skewed against men, it is what it is. If you don't like it, you're going to have to be patient. Go through the process of changing the laws. I'm sorry. It's just a reality, right? I don't want shakabula and crazy laws, right? See, I knew was afraid of the laws because of freedom. However, our children will live a good part of their lives in Nigeria because they have work to do. Why? Because this guy has been following the manosphere, nothing else. It's a bunch of Nigerian young men following the manosphere, fantasizing about the idea that things are better in Nigeria when it comes to this thing. It's not better anywhere. You have to do the work. It's not better. Listen, you have the choice to go anywhere you want, but you go you will collect. That process you don't want to go through, you have to go through it. Children will live a good part of their lives in Nigeria because they have work to do. They also tend to believe that they raise children better in Nigeria. And I'm always asking, where are the leaders in Nigeria coming from if they raise better children in Nigeria? Because this formula is not hard enough for me. I'm always asking that question. If you have answers, please help me. Why is it that we are producing terrible leaders if they raise children better in Nigeria, right? Aren't our children leaders of tomorrow? What can you disconnect? Help me. Maybe I'm completely confused. Just help me. Something is disconnecting in that talking point that kids are better raised in Nigeria. We turned out okay. You turned out okay. And you japa. Anyway, let's continue. Their lives in Nigeria because they have work to do and we're raising them to be leaders. You won't be a stay-at-home mom. Let me just make sure that I'm not disconnected from from everybody. Okay. Just want to make sure that everybody's still hearing me. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. If you're enjoying this, if you're getting value from this, hit that like button. However, our children, okay, we do that. You won't be a stay-at-home mom. You'll be whatever you choose to be. So he knows, he's trying to cover the edge where a lot of delusional young men will want, I'm the high-value man, I'm a provider. It's like, you know what, you could do you. I'm just going to put this on contract so we don't have any surprise. 3 years from now, I don't want to chop breakfast 5 years into my marriage. This is a way of mitigating that risk. Instead, he decided to take the biggest risk of all. Right? Lying to himself. Lying to their children, unborn children. Will it work? It's not going to work. You'll be whatever you choose to be, even if you want to stay at home. If you fall in love with me at any point, she's not going to fall in love with you. You're lame as shit. She's not going to...
Oh my days, you are more worried into your long.
This guy. All right. Let's be clear. She's not going to fall in love with you. In fact, no normal woman who is available emotionally will buy into this stuff. It's hurt women who is also, because there's a ton of them. They're trying to pragmatize everything and bring everything down to science. It's only them that will fall in. Masculine women, right? The one that stays masculine are the ones that will fall in love with this, right? They will look feminine on the surface because they will basically deceive you that they are exactly that. They are the one that will fall for this. And even her will not fall in love with you because you are lame. With everything I've read so far, these are lame talking points everywhere, okay? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're actively trying to avoid the human experience. It's not going to work. You're socially awkward. That's the only way you come up with this kind of stuff. Somebody say, oh, is this person trying to catch a troll? No, I believe them. I've heard them long enough. I believe them. They mean what they're saying. They're just that lame, okay? If you're that person, you lack game, is what I mean. But you are in the game, okay? And the only thing that's going to happen with this is that you end up collecting. It's not going to work, okay? Let's keep going. If you fall in love with me at any point, my dear, that's on you, and I cannot help you. You're a liar. You would like her to fall in love with you. You left the door open just in case she wants to do kerewa. You're a lover boy at heart. You know you're lying to yourself. Listen, you're lying to yourself, okay? You're lying to yourself. But anyway, let's keep going. I'll never be mean to you, by the way, and you're most likely going to get whatever you want from me. I'll never be mean to you because it's a contract, because it's part of the contract. You can write it down. I will never be mean. It's in the contract. I'll never be mean to you. Who is going to be gauging what mean is, or what mean means, right? Who is going to be, when she decide 7 years into it and say, I need to tell my kids what this stupid contract is, and then you decide like, no. Could she look at you as mean? Is the court going to help you decide what is mean or what is not mean at that time? You see, you already start to collect. Could it work? Let's keep going. You're most likely going to get whatever you want from me. Just know that I no longer have the ability to bond emotionally. This is your feelings talking. Listen, emotional damage is still emotional. I don't borrow. Emotional damage is still emotional. In fact, it's worse. It's emotional. It's lack of emotional self-control. It's worse. It's still emotional. Call it work. You will just collect. That's all that's going to happen here because you're actively lying to yourself. I no longer have the ability to bond emotionally. No, you're emotional. And that's what took the time to do this long shalaye for free on Twitter or wherever this was. And I do not want to suffer because I can't form an attachment towards you. But you want to leave the door open for kerewa. Don't be juju with that.
Not be juju be that.
Hit that like button, I beg. Just know I no longer blah 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 towards you. I will live my best life too. You have to be a good Christian too. This guy, he's a comedian at the same time. You have to be a good Christian too. If that prevents you from having a lover outside, then fine. They say, just in case you're not going to make me jealous by having another one because you're a Christian. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. Oh my show.
Your daddy.
Your daddy.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Why? Why? Could it work? It's not going to work. It's all leg work.
Yeah, who is that? That government. You don't have any government. They learn work.
You the leg work. I don't have strength to explain how emotionally disconnected I can be. What about all this one you just did? All this shalaye here. You don't have... Please be endowed. You want a babe. Why? Because you want good genes. Let me guess. The excuse is that you want good genes, right? You want an endowed woman. I'm a fine man. Oh, by the way, there's a lot of fine men in tech, medical doctors, lawyers, suffering because they decide to start telling themselves lies. Oh my shit. I'm a fine man and I don't want any less for my babies. Oh, that's why. That's why you want endowed. I'm very well interested in your emotional well-being. I'm just not capable of emotional entanglement. Lies. Your leg.
Who is that? That government. You don't have any government. They learn work.
Egg walk.
Cap.
Cap. Big time. I will love the children, no doubt. How? You're not able to emotionally entangle with children too, right? Oh, children are different, you know? After all, being a good father is not the same thing as being a good husband. I know what the talking points are. Listen, I've been around for a minute. I know. Still cap. Cap.
Stop the cap.
All right, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Could it work? It's not going to work. You get to travel every year with the kids to anywhere you want if available. It's basically saying this. Ideally, I want to set the rules in my family. I don't want you to bomileno. I don't want you to argue with me. I want you to be agreeable. I want to put that on contract. This is lame behavior. It's not able to make these things happen within the context of romance. Or it's already questioning that it's not able to make that happen with the modern woman and he decides to come up with a lame solution. Could it work? Okay, he will still be heartbroken, just like that girl that broke his heart in GSS2. It will still happen again. There's no way around it. Breakfast, because it will be even that much disappointing because it's like, wait, we signed the contract. Maybe a lame ass attorney will help him get a contract together to be in the form of a prenup, right? And then after everything happens, it's like, wait, I'm still, what? You were a lover boy. You were trying to lie to yourself. It didn't work. Let's continue. I will be with you guys. You get to travel every year with the kids to anywhere and you want. If available, I'll be with you guys. Yeah, I assure you, I'll make a good partner and a great father. No, you won't. You lack self-respect. You lack self-love. You don't like yourself. You're struggling. Low self-esteem. You don't think you're capable of attracting a woman authentically. She falls in love with you. She decides to have your kids. You know, that thing you're fantasizing about. You don't believe you're able to do that. That's the issues here. And unfortunately, you can't borrow my belief system. I can help, maybe by what I just did with this content, but you're going to need your own belief system. You're going to need a healthy self-esteem. you're going to need to learn social skills. You can't make up your own rules in a society of people. You just can't. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what corner of this world you go to, even where they do arranged marriage, you're still expected to connect at some level eventually, right? Where they do it is because everyone also believes in that, right? So make things a little bit easier. People expect that this is their norm over there, right? And it's not your norm. You just still collect, right? I'll be with you guys. Yeah, sure. Blah, blah, blah. I'd prefer surrogates with good genes. No, he didn't just say that. He said, if this does not, he said, lover boy. He keeps giving the little crack of the door open. If this does not work for me, I'd prefer surrogates with good genes. No, what you should have said is that I don't want to be a lover boy. You're telling me you're a lover boy. I don't want to be a lover boy. I want surrogates with good genes. Right? See, some people are saying he's in the agege. No, I don't think so, because he wants to carry away from this woman. He wants the woman to be endowed. He used another cap excuse, but he wants the woman to be endowed and he wants to keep the door open for possible carry-over. At least it's a buy at the very minimum. He loves the idea of a woman falling in love with him. That's this guy right here. Okay. Lastly, we'll be friends. That's just my opinion, by the way. It's just an opinion. We'll be friends. Very good friends. It's fantasizing. Just not into, but he wants to put it on paper. He wants to make it hard written down in black and white. Very good friends. Just not into all that emotional. How do you be good friends and not be emotional? No be juju be that. I'm asking.
No be juju be that.
How are you disconnected? You're not able to, but you're able to be friends. Oh, but Ola, you're capping. A friend don't have to be emotional. No, you're capping big time. Okay? Every types of relationship requires a large level of engaging your emotions. Okay? Every single one of them, right? And of course, especially when you're capping when it comes to romantic stuff. You know you're a lover boy. You know that. You're lying to yourself. How are you going to tell me who I am? Nigga, I'm telling you who you are. This is Man of Prestige. This is that platform. We tell you exactly. I police your talk. I tell you exactly who you are. You can argue inside of the comments, but I tell you my opinion. Okay? Very good friends. Just not into all that emotional thing. You can do that with someone else, just not me. Wahala. Oh, let me see. Is that the end of it? I think that might have been the end of it. Oh my shit. Oh my shit. That would be fine if you're a Christian. He left all the doors open. I'm gonna leave it at that. I want to come. Forget the rest of the comments. I want to engage you. I want to see what you all are talking about, because this guy over here, na character, baba character. GSS2 wahala. Gracious greatness. I don't know how you doing. I think I'm gonna have to watch the replay because it seems like I've missed so much. It sounds like, yes, you did. This guy, there are many people like him on the internet streets. They're on Clubhouse. They're arguing. You can, after they say 3 sentences, you know exactly what they've been listening to. It's very, very easy to pick them up. Maybe not. If you haven't been a part of the Manosphere online, maybe not. But after a while, you start to hear pattern because they're lame like that. They repeat the same talking point, for the most part, But that's where we are. He kept whining us. Please play that sound bite for us. Oh, hopefully I did, right? That mess is not even sustainable. It's not sustainable. Why is it not sustainable? It's not who you are as a human being. As a human being, you have emotional needs. You can't sustain it with a contract. That's why contracts are broken all the time. When people feel like stealing from you, they steal. Okay? If they have an out, if they have a need to do wrong, when they feel wrong, or they're just thieves, or they're cheaters, they will do exactly what they have to do, especially if they find value in doing it. Value. So the only thing that's sustainable here is, number one, make sure you remain a human being, okay, in processing any of this, right? Because you're going to be a human being regardless. You can't force that into suppression with the contract. That's why I kept leaving the opening doors, just in case you want to carry on. Let me just say this, because she's gonna be endowed. I might want to hit that, Cap. When I read it on Insta blog, I concluded that the man is either a giggle or he's sick upstairs. Yeah. Something is wrong somewhere. Right? But they won't listen, of course. It's a very high chance they won't listen. For you to be talking like that and write a whole type up like that, you've made up your mind that you found a solution. Usually. And they can't listen. It's the only way they'll listen is they can listen, but they have to hit rock bottom first. They've tried it could work, right? They hit that rock bottom and they're like, you know what? Let me stop lying to myself. I'm just a lover boy at heart, Yeah. This man is already in the mindset of the year 3022. Yeah. He's trying to use ChatGPT to replace a whole human experience. Call it work. Even that one requires human beings. Right? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Right? Honestly, the way things are going, there is confusion everywhere. Yeah, there is. But we'll tackle them one person at a time, 23 people at a time. Shout out to all 23 people watching. Hit that like button. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. This guy may be an agege person trying to create a fake persona. No, I don't think so. I actually don't think the agege community is not this bad. They're just people. I don't think it's this bad, okay? Speaking of covenant, he probably signed a contract with a jealous mermaid. Right? Jesus. Right? Oh, Lord. Let's see. Wait, Gomez typed something earlier. Did you type something earlier? I'm trying to look for it. Clauses included in the prenuptial agreement. This guy, now real AI. Right? Prenup. Write everything out in prenup. You get to give me Kira if we decide. That's basically a unilateral decision thing. That means, I'll leave that door open just in case you're a fine girl and I'm open to it. After all, you're the mother of my kids, right? Lame. Instead of you to get out there and start toasting babes, you're creating stupid contract on Twitter. He wants all kinds of unforeseen rats, roaches, lizards in his marriage. You want to continue. Oh my show.
Continue.
Oh my show. Could it work? It's not gonna work. Exactly. With this, he has even exposed himself. Yeah. And guys, don't be surprised if someone might have slided into his DM. It's all about money and stomach in Nigeria. Yeah, people that will, of course, people that want to finesse him, they see an opportunity. By the way, do you guys like the light ambience better than before? You can see my real face. I'm a dark skin person. Light sometimes gets too much in my face. Do you guys like this? Is this better? Let me know. Let me know. If not, I'll turn on the light on the next show. I'll turn up all the lights. It doesn't bother me. It's just that it gets too white. Let's see. See your life? Right? Yeah, exposed. The thing with this kind of thing is that when you force yourself not to be a human being, you're only going to expose yourself. Many people, not just me, myself, many people can see through the BS. We are spirits. I say that all the time, right? We're spirits. We have incredible radar for BS. We can smell it. Healthy people can smell it when you're full of it like that. Okay. In fact, most of them will probably say, "Who hurt you?" Right? He needs to marry Sophia, the AI lady. They will be a good pair. Right? That one cannot have babies, yeah. He's looking for the one that have ovaries, that can have babies. Love. Yeah, he's not capable of love. Omar Colette, last name. There's no way around it. There's no way around this. This is contract and love. Yeah, you can't. Even with real contracts, right? People have bad behaviors. They will get greedy. They take your money that you told them to go and use to go and buy cocoa. They will take that money. They'll go and buy cocoa for another person because they want to flip that money twice. Greed. And then sometimes they get caught up in that web, and then you get them arrested, and now they're like, how could you? Emotions all over the place. Right? It's supposed to be business. There's contract. You signed. No, but still now, I was gonna get right back, right? Remember, I was gonna get right back, right? Humans are humans, man. Humans will emotions not be your mate. Sorry. Okay? It is what it is. Lobaton, I'm finally lost with this Christian talk. This man, they craze. Because many of them still subscribe to the religious ideologies, not particularly Christian, just religious ideologies, because it's another opportunity to engage controlling behavior. I'm going to use this set of rules to control other people and discount the effect of their emotions, including my emotions. Skilleby. Go work. It cannot work. Oh Lord. Go work. Good Christian for that is additional cost. Like how much costs? Like $100,000 extra per year, Abi. After all, it's a 666 high value man, 6-figure. I can afford it, right? Instead of me dividing my money in a divorce court, in what do you call it, alimonies and child support later, and you steal half of my property, I might as well just give you about 25% upfront. Let's write it in the prenup, so I can avoid all this emotional nonsense, emotional blackmail. It is an epice too. Shalaye Pro Max. They always tend to be a Shalaye person too. I've never seen a thought so who be. You expect me to?
Not be juju be that.
You expect me to pronounce that? Adebusola. So ubiquitous, yet elusive. A lot of Wuriala show that has to be placed in asylum. Gosh. Oh my God. That's the social media for you. That's the modern people. Modern people, both sides. They're crazy. All of us. Okay? Coming up with all kind of scientific solution that only work. It cannot work with human beings. You don't have to do the work. What's the work? Emotional intelligence. Okay? That's it. You're just going to have to respect emotions. You don't have a choice. Okay? You have to put respect on emotions' names. No serving breakfast, but the door is open for you to walk. Right? That's his way of pretending. Like, I don't really care. The problem is that you have to tell your fingers that was typing that epistle that it doesn't care, because it cares. I don't care. Don't care. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I don't care.
Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Still don't care. I don't care. I don't. I don't care.
Can you tell your face that you don't care? How can you be a partner with this kind of mess? Could it work? Could it work? It's not gonna work. Go better for the girl that broke this boy's heart. She don't turn him to weary. Oh, this all the way, Allah show. Hey, oh my show. my show. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Just like majority of the talking points on the internet today, it's not gonna work. It's not going to remove the work that you need to do. Okay. Okay, you like the lights, right? All right, good, good. I think it makes it feel cozy too, right? It's like you guys are right here with me in the studio. I like it too. All right, good. Call it work. It's not going to work. It's not gonna work. Listen, if you're a gentleman and you happen to fall in this category, it's okay. There are there's thousands upon you. They're everywhere in the manosphere on YouTube. It's okay. I get it. All right. I understand it. Okay. Listen, breakfast no be your mate. I get it. Okay. Not only is breakfast no be your mate, it doesn't have to be personal. You can just regurgitate other people's breakfast so much that you start to feel afraid. Like, me, I'm making $350,000 a year. Somebody will come and steal half of it. I know. I feel you. I understand. I get it. Okay. But here's the news flash for you. Shout out to Miss Colley. Here's the news flash for you. This microwave solutions is not going to work. You're just going to have to do the work. Okay. You're going to have to do the work. Okay. You have to go through healing. Unless you want to go and live in a cave. Okay. Prenup self Uma collecting. Prenup will help. Prenup will not help. That's one of my brothers that used to come here to remind us of prenup. It's not going to help. You will just collect. It's not going to work. Okay. Prenup will protect you in terms of its defense. That's all it's going to do. But this is a game. You're not going to win the game by playing defense only. Your money will be protected. Nobody will touch your money. If your prenup is good, it can be that good. Ironclad, all of that. But your heart will be broke. Your next breakfast will be Breakfast Pro Max. Because last, you're a lover boy. You know it in yourself. You know you're a lover boy. You know you want a woman to fall in love with you. You're just going to have to learn how it works. I feel you. I know. I understand. I know. Let's cover one more story, shall we? Let's cover one more story. So we can round up about 13 minutes. This is a good one. Good one. If you're getting some value out of this, hit the like button. Ladies, you saw somebody is saying all this kind of stuff. Just say, hey, you might need to go watch about 10 episodes of Men of Prestige. Yeah. Listen, I'm not here to give ideologies. I push against myself all the time when it comes to ideologies. I want to instigate. I want to provoke deeper thinking. I want to provoke thinking at an emotional, intelligent level. Okay? Everybody has become a robot, unfortunately. Information everywhere. Yes, it's unfortunate. It's fortunate on the other side of life. We're enjoying each other right now. I can transmit to you real time, thousands of miles away from me, right? But when it comes to emotional matters, yeah, I think it's done much more damage. Not by itself, but I think we're not adjusting fast enough. That's more like it. We're not adjusting fast enough with the times. So ladies, if you meet a guy and he's saying, we should do a contract where 2 years later we can decide if we want to be together or not. He's basically saying he doesn't want to chop breakfast. He's trying to protect himself. He's playing defense. Unfortunately, you're probably about to ghost him. Don't ghost him. Say, hey, why don't you check out this channel and let's talk? You just watch about 10 episodes and then let's talk after that, Or just ghost him. Because you're probably going to ghost him anyway. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. Oh, my show. I wish I could help them. I wish I could help everyone. But you know me. I don't think I'm capable of helping everyone. I don't think you're capable of helping everyone. I think you should play. Listen, there's an active marketplace. There's a good girl out there for you. There's a good guy out there for you who is willing to learn the emotional aspect of things. Okay? They are available. They remain student. They are available. If you haven't seen them, it's your circle. Pay attention to your circle. Okay? Pay attention to your circle. Sometimes people forget that anger, sadness, happiness are all forms of emotion. Exactly. Him saying he doesn't want emotional stuff is appalling. That's literally your emotions speaking. Exactly, Adebusola. That was literally his emotions speaking out loud. That's why I said, tell your face and your words that you don't want to be emotional entangled, because it's not working. It could work. Depends on how you feed those emotions. You just have to be a lifetime student of it. Okay? There's no knowing it all of emotional intelligence. It doesn't exist. You have to be a student of it for the rest of your life. Okay? Obviously, the earlier you start, the better. Right? And I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, so let's do a quick recap. I was on Clubhouse earlier today, and there was a conversation, a heated conversation. Okay, for hours upon hours, I left, I came back, I left, I came back, and people were arguing about this. There was a young lady who came onto that platform and was basically saying, I think she lives in Nigeria, and this was one of her statements. What do you think is going on with that kind of woman? Let's engage right now. Let's engage. What do you think is going on with that kind of person? A woman that will make this kind of statement. Guess what is happening. When she was saying it, I was like,
What do we hear of this?
The Prestige family must hear about this. I have to bring this up. Okay. In fact, one of my guys on Clubhouse that was engaged in the conversation, I invited him. But I don't count that these people will show up. So the show must go on, But if you're listening to me, the pin is pinned to the top if you want to chime in. But I wanted to wait that you say it first before I play it. I wanted to wait, just in case I'm too ahead of myself. Yeah, I told you it's on both sides. It's on both sides. But that's why we have to keep talking about this kind of stuff, right? You go collect. Ladies, what are your thoughts around this? Is this a true statement? Is this true, false? If you think this is true, type in a 1 in the chat. If you think you see where she's coming from, put a 1.5 in the chat. I'm waiting. We're almost done. If you think you see where she's coming from, put 1.5 in the chat. If you think say you want to whine me, put a 2 in the chat. I'm waiting right now. Chinye now. 2 was not the option. 2 wasn't an option now. Was 2 an option? 2 was not an option, Chinye. It was it? I meant 3.5. If you she said it, right? Anyway, this is where she was coming. If you think you see where she's coming from, ladies, come on. You at least know where she's coming from. 1.5. Can I get it at least a 1.5? You can kind of see where she's coming from. Right? Come on now. You don't see?
Stop the cap.
You're trying to say you don't see where she's coming from? I don't. But I just happened to be there to hear where she was coming from. But I didn't. Okay? But some of you are smarter than me. You're listening to me right now. And you know where she was coming from. Right? Every woman is an Ashawo, an Olosho. That's what she said. She said including herself and her own mother. No, it wasn't a guy. It was a girl. It was a girl. See? Oh, you talk about the other guy. Okay. She just said she's talking about herself. She said, go back say false. And there's no 1.5 here at all. There's 23 people listening to me. There's no 1.5. You can't see it. Anyway, where she claimed she was coming from is that she proved your point. Where she said she was coming from is this. I'm paraphrasing, of course. She's trying to make a point that if you've ever collected money from a person you have done career with, that makes you and just like many lame people across the internet, where do they always go? They go to dictionary meaning. Yes, I said it. If you find yourself you're very quick to go to dictionary meanings, there's an extremely high chance that you're just a lame person when it comes to this type of conversations. Okay, listen. My sister Adebusala earlier used a big word, obsesquosity or something like that. Obsesquosity or something like that. She used a word like that, right? Did you see me go and run to the dictionary so I can prove her wrong, that she used the wrong word? Well, lame people tend to do that, okay? All right. But she was one of them. She put up on her PTR. She put this thing right here. Let me show you. Let me show my screen right about now. All right. Share this tab instead. All right. Let's go to Google. So she put a screenshot of the meaning of the word. Olosho in English. I'm just going to say Olosho in English, right? The word you're looking at, if you spell it correctly on the screen. And she put it here onto Google, right? And she read it. Can you guys see? Who is an Olosho? You probably can't see too much. Let me read it to you. Okay. Who is an Olosho? Who is an Olosho? She read it out. She said, a person in particular, a woman. Is Google that's saying it, right? By the way, Google does not create a dictionary. They pull it from dictionaries. FYI, what does it say here? Definitions from Oxford and languages. Me and you, we don't speak Oxford. Why is it that when we are talking, having a conversation about romantic relationships, we can't just use the language me and you understand? The regular daily talking. Why you have to run to dictionary? Don't you think that's saying something? Doesn't that say need to be right? Obsession with right and wrong? Anti-seductive moralizer police? And you wonder why you are not able to attract what you're looking for. These are the issues. Social awkwardness. Socially awkward. Every conversation with about romantic relationship to you is a debate. There's nothing wrong with a debate, but I'm just saying, you can't have this conversation without going to Oxford. But anyway, she did. And she took this and she said, a person, in particular a woman, who engages in career activity for payment. I'm trying to save the videos. In career activities for payments. I'm telling you, modern people are everywhere. Career activity for payment. So now, we must include all wives, all women, and in career activity. So now people started to prove and start to have a conversation with her, and they said, but some things are gifts. Gift or no gift is a payment. Somebody said, gift or no gift is trade by barter. She's right.
How should you be that?
That's where we are in these conversations. People are not able to create attraction naturally anymore because they know too much. They have access to too much information. Back in the days, you would have to rush to that shelf that you never really go to in the house where your dad kept the dictionary. Today, you have access to all of the information. So now people cannot feel anymore. Actually, they are feeling, but they're actively trying not to feel because they know too much. Right? And it's not working. It's just not working. It's destroying marriages, it's destroying relationships. Okay? Romantic relationships, especially because there's no paycheck on Friday. Right? It's destroying attraction within relationships. Right? Because your husband is like, why is every conversation so combative? Like, Jesus Christ, listen, it's not that deep. Babe, it's not that deep. It's not that deep, babe. Let's just simply put, you can't call women Olosho. That's social awkwardness. Listen, come on. You can't just blanket all women together because you want to make an argument and call them Olosho because of a dictionary meaning. But this is the extreme of some of these talking points. That's the whole point of this session. This is the extreme of it. This is how it plays out. You see, when you accept the were small, another person will take the were to another level for you. Right? That's why we have to be careful. We need to go back to being humans. Okay? We can just have a conversation, see the other person's where they're coming from, and you present your own. Right? That's not. By the way, don't turn this to an ideology. It's okay to pull dictionary meanings if you're in a debate. That's okay. I'm just saying, are you able to read that meaning but also understand the nuances that Oxford is not your language? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. She's talking about herself. Oh, false. 111. See, she proved my point. She can speak for herself. Me, I know be Ashewo, never have been. So all wives are Oloshos. So lame. Exactly. That's the point. But you know the worst part about this? It was cruise for me. I engaged it. Not engaged, sorry. I sat in the audience and I enjoyed it. I wanted to say I enjoyed the conversation. Okay? And I was trolling in the chat. But at the end, I have to look at the real deal here. I'm looking at, like, there's a lot of people that do this in one shape, form, or the other, right? And I just want us to go back to being humans. That's all. That's all I'm saying, you know. Because everything else is not working. It only works for, you can get a big salary. Okay? Get a big salary. You know, if you're analytic like that, you can get a big salary. It's true. You know, you can end up in IT, tech, all this kind of stuff. But when it comes to romantic relationships, if you get stuck in that place, yeah, it's not gonna work. Let me see. Debusola Zakwe personally 1, but 1.5, probably because she's looking from redemption. For redemption for herself. Hey, seeking redemption for herself. Hey, hit that like button on your way out. This is another good one. We finished just 3 minutes late. Just 3 minutes later. I want to keep it this way because I want you to go back as usual to your family. Go engage your husband, your wife, your children. Spend some time. Ask them an open-ended question. How was school today? How was work today? Listen with an intention to listen. Just try that, right? How was yours? It was good. It's good. Good to see you. Give me a kiss. Like that. Do something like that. Okay. In your own language. Okay. Let's go do that tonight. I want you to go and rest very well tonight. Tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. All right. We'll be back here at 5 p.m. Okay. 5 p.m. I think I'll be taking my weekends off. I really enjoyed last weekend. I was able to reset, recoup, and stuff like that. Any trendy news can wait. I'll try. Okay. Don't quote me on it. Don't quote me on it. All right. So thank you so much. Hopefully you've been enlightened. Thank you, D-Love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. And peace. Ooh.
it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.